right? So is this can I zoom it a little bit? No. हाँ हाँ, और थोड़ा सा कम करें. So is this PPT is visible to you? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So in left hand side, what we have our processor 8085. You can see, right? And in right hand side, we have 8255 PPI, peripheral interface. How this 8085 will be connected to this 8255 or with memory, that we discussed so many times, right? In fact, these two address pins, right? Here A0, A1 will be sent by the microprocessor 8085. That port address will be sent by microprocessor. How it will send? It will send via AD0, AD7 and A8, A15, right? So here you need to have a latch first, right? And this latch will be connected to this ALE, and whenever processor sends the address via this AD0, AD7, then ALE is made high and address is latched over here, A0, A1, A2, like this. Then we will have A3 also, A4, A5, A6 and A7, right? And A8 to A15 is going to come from here, A15, right? Now this A0, A1 will be connected to these two pins, right? And this unused address line A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7 will be decoded properly for getting the chip select bar over here. So how it will be decoded? Suppose A2 is inverted, A3 is also inverted, A4 is also inverted like this. All are inverted and then given to a NAND gate like this. And then it is connected to chip select bar, this one over here. So what will the port address for port A? Anyone? Hello? What will the port address of port A in this case?
Sir, 00.
And what about port address of port B?
01.
Port C?
10.
Port C 10. हाँ? What? अरे आप तो ये बोल रहे हैं ना जी, A0, A1 ऐसा करके बोल रहा है ना, 00 पोर्ट A, 00 पोर्ट B, 01 पोर्ट C, है ना, 01, 10 ऐसे ना, 11 कंट्रोल रजिस्टर, ये बोल रहे हैं आप? हेलो?
Yes, sir.
ना, आई एम आस्किंग अबाउट द पोर्ट एड्रेस ऑफ ए. ये पोर्ट एड्रेस कितने बिट का है? right? For this port A, these two has to be 0, 0, right? And for having this one chip select bar 0 over here, what should be value of A2, A1, all these? A0, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7. 0, 0 port A, 0, 0 port B, 0, 1, 1, 0 port C, and 1, 1 control register address, right? But you have to consider these bits also, no? So all these has to be 0. Then only this chip select will be 0. And this 8255 will be selected. Now suppose if I give this one directly over here, A7 is given directly to this. What will the port address for port A? अब बताइए.
Sir, A7 will become 1, sir.
Okay, A7 will be 1. So what will be our port address for port A? Sir, this is 80, 80H. For port B, it will be 81H. For port C, it will be 82H. For port control register, it will be 83H. Okay? Now suppose, right, all are inverted and then it is given. So our port address will be 00H, 01H, right, 02H and 03H. These will be the different addresses. This is control register. This is port B. This is port C, sorry, port B, and this is for port A. Okay? Now this D0 to D7, this D0 to D7 will be connected like this. Now, apart from this IOM bar, read bar and write bar will be also decoded, and it will generate IO read, IOR bar, IOW, right, MEMR, memory read, and memory write. So IO read will come to where? It will come to read bar. IO write will go to write bar. And this reset out signal will go over here. क्या हुआ? And this reset out, which is over here, will be connected to this. Hello? Hello? Right, where exactly this MEMR, this pin will go? Anyone?
Sir, RD, read.
MEMR. IO read is coming over here, IO write is coming over here. But where exactly this MEMR pin or MEMW pin will be going? It will go to memory chip. In memory chip also you will have read bar, write bar, no? A0 to A7, A11, A12, A13, we discussed earlier memory interfacing. That time also we had this type of chip select. Anyway, how address is generated in case of 8255 is now it is clear. And you are going to have questions like this only. In your quiz, this type of question will be asked. You have to, a circuitry will be given to you, and you have to find out what will be different addresses. Okay. Now I'm going for next slide over here. Right. Now suppose we have, okay, so how these will be connected? See, this D0 to D7 will be connected over here. Right. This will be our latch. Right. It will go to decoder for chip select, as well as A0, A1 will also come out, and it will be connected over here. Similarly, reset out will be connected over here. Read bar, write bar will be also coming over here. Now, suppose at port A, right, in this port A, right, a person is inputting data, right, by pressing key, right. Suppose a person is counting, say, suppose 15 kids, right, are say giving their piggy bank, right, to a person for counting how much money they have, right, saved, right, in 1 month, right. So in fact, in piggy bank normally it will be what, coins only, right. So this person will count, okay, how many coins are there, based on that how many rupees, then it will enter, right. Suppose first kid piggy bank has got, say, 45 rupees, total 45 rupees. So person will enter 45 and it will make STB, stroke bar low. Okay. Now second kid's piggy bank will have little more or little less money in his piggy bank. So person will count accordingly, and this second kid is having, say, around 90 rupees. So definitely 90 coins, 90, or he will count for more duration. So then again it will put here 90, then again it will make STB bar low. Right. Now processor job is what? To input the data entered by this person, say 45, 90, 35, 49, 78, based on how much money is there in the piggy bank. Based on that, it is puts the data, right? And processor will read all these and it will store them in memory location, say starting from 2400H. Say first kid, how much money he has saved, that will be stored over here. Suppose first kid is having how much? 45 rupees. So it will store 45. Then second kid is having how much? 90. So it will store 90 over here. Third kid, suppose it is 35. So 35. Similarly, fourth one, 49. So this way it will enter, right? Person will enter the amount in port A and it will make STB bar low, right? STB bar low. Now processor job is to input the data from port A, right? And it has to store from this location onwards. Okay. So how many times person will enter? Of course, 15 times. Now, sometimes say count is 45. Sometimes it is 90. Sometimes it is 35, 49, 78. So this time taken for counting is not going to be same, right? It's going to be different. So whenever count is over, that time this person is going to enter the data at port A, right? It will enter the data to port A and it will make STB bar low. How it will make? It will make like this. Right? So PC4 of 8255 will become 0 volt whenever a person enters a valid data over here, 99, 45, right? So that time it will become 0 for a moment, for this much duration. Then it becomes 1, right? Okay. Now, if this person is entering a valid data over here, makes the STB bar low like this by pressing a key, right? This type of signal it gives to STB bar. 8255 is going to make IBF input buffer full A. This pin will be made 5 volt, right? So if a person enters a valid data over here, say 99, and makes this STB bar low, 8255 is going to understand a valid data has inputted by this person, right? And this buffer, input buffer of port A is full. So it will make IBFA, right? Processor job is to check this pin, PC5. Whenever PC5 is 1, it means a valid data is there. If PC5 is 0, that means valid data is not there. Okay? So now I am drawing. Hello?
Sir, is STB bar is low or STB is low?
STB A bar. It means what? This is active low signal, no? If this is 1, it means 8255 is not going to is going to understand what? This input device has not put a valid data over here in this port A. If this is 0, right, and it will be made by this input device only. Right. So if STBA bar is 0, then 8255 is going to understand a valid data is here and it will make PC5 equal to 1. Okay. Now processor job is to check whether IBFA is 1 or not. If IBFA is 1, then it will input the data from port A and then it will transfer that one to 2400H. Right. Then it will again start checking this input buffer full. Right. So moment, say, this processor reads the data from port A. It's going to make what? This read bar will be made low and data will be read from this port A. And moment this read bar comes to this 8255 and data from port A is read, then IBF will be made 0 by the 8255. Okay. Now again input device, right, will put a new data over here and it will make STBA bar low. Right. If 8255 finds this STBA bar is low, PC4 is low, so it makes PC5 equal to 1. Then processor finds PC5 equal to 1. Then again it reads the data from port A, right, by sending read bar signal. So data will be stored at 2401H. Okay. Now for this purpose, our port A has to be input. Port A has to be input. Right. PC4 and PC4 has to be what? PC4 is STB bar and IBF this PC5. So this is PC0 to PC3 is PC lower and PC4 to PC7 are PC upper, no? So port A has to be input, right? And in mode 1, because we are going for status check or programmed IO. So let us write the control word now. Let us write the control word now. So I will duplicate this slide first. So if I write the control word, then you can see our control word will be D7 will be 1, and these two are used for selecting the mode, no, for port A. So it will be 0, 1, and port A is input. So it will be 1, PC upper, you can make input, right? We are not interested in port B. So we can make it simple output mode, simple IO mode, and port B as output and PC lower as also output. So what will be our control word? It will be 9, 8. Nah, 1, 0, 1, 1. No? So it is, what is our control word? Our control word is
B, sir.
B8. B8H. Right. Now we discussed our control register address is 03H. Why 03H? Because A2 to A7 all are inverted, and then this chip select signal is generated. So all will be 0. So port A address will be 00H, port B address will be 01H, port 2 address will be, port C address will be 02H. Control register address is 03H. So, okay, 03H. So what will be our first instruction? MVIA, no? This B8H will be copied to accumulator. Then in order to configure the ports, we have to out this control word in the location of control register, right? So what is control register location or address? What is the control register address? Hello? Control register address? Arey Baba. What is control register address? Nobody is responding. 011, 00H, 01H, 02H, 03H. So control register address is 03H. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So out 03H, ये फटाक से आपको बोलना चाहिए भाई. Right. So our 8255 will be configured as port A as input, port B as output, right, in mode 0. Now, now I will do say LXI H 2400H. MVI C, how many kids we took in our example? 15, no? Hello? 15 kids का पिगी बैंक काउंट हो रहा है और वो स्टोर होगा 2400 onwards. Hello, so what will be our count value? Hello? Right, 15 kids are counting their piggy bank money they have deposited and they are entering their values over here. And whenever a entry is there, that time this SB bar is made low. So 15 kids are there. So what will be count value? MBIC 15 के लिए count कितना देंगे जी? Nobody responds.
Sir, E. 0E.
Wow, wow. 0FH. 0FH. पता नहीं आप ये कैसे बोल रहे हैं, 0E डालेंगे या क्या डालेंगे? 15. 15 I am saying, no? Have you heard 14 or something? Right. Now, what is the job of the processor? It will check this IBF, whether buffer of port A is full or not. Input buffer of port A is full or not. Right. So how it will check? It will check PC5. So our PC upper has to be what? Has to be read fast. So PC upper we have put input, no? So anyway, now it will do what in 82, no, not 82. Port C address is what? What is port C address?
82 only.
82.
03
03. 03 तो यहाँ कंट्रोल रजिस्टर का एड्रेस है. हाँ? 02H. Huh? And in order to check whether PC5 is 1 or not, which instruction should we write over here? D0, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7. This is PC7, PC7, PC6, PC5. So if you have to check PC5 1 or not, we have to put this one 1 and rest with 0, no? And these two 0. So what should be our instruction? If you want to check PC5 is 1 or not, what should be our instruction?
20.
20?
Sir, CMP 20.
CMP 20. ANI. In 02H means port C content will be inputted. So port C, PC5 is 1 or not, that will be checked, no? PC5, this port C will be copied to accumulator. ऐसा थोड़ी कि हमने in 02H आपको अभी बता रहा हूँ या in से क्या होने वाला है. In is used for copying the port content to accumulator, no? So PC5 will come to, right, D5 bit of the accumulator. So that bit we have to check. So you need to do ANI 20H. Now, JZ loop. Right. It will keep on checking PC5 till it becomes 1. Right. Moment PC5 is 1, it will come out of this loop. Is it okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Right. It will come out of loop and then it will input the data from port A. So if it comes out of loop, then it will do what? In port A address. Port A address kya hai ji? What is address for port A? Boliye.
00.
In 00H. Now move M comma A. Suppose 99 has been inputted first. Right. STB bar made low by the input device. Processor found IBF or PC5 is 1. Then it inputs this port A data to accumulator first and from accumulator to memory location 2400H. Right. INX H. Moment this in 00H is executed, read bar will be made low, no? And this IBF will become 0. Okay. Now, after then you have to decrement your count. This here C. JNZ loop. Again, it will go back over here. And it will input port C content. It will keep on checking PC5. It will keep on checking PC5. If PC5 is 1, then it comes out of loop, inputs the data from port A, transfer that one to next memory location 2401H, decrements the count, again goes back to loop over here. Is this program is clear to you? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now suppose suppose in an industry, right, at the gate, right, in a industry or say in factory, right, workers used to say move into inside the factory at say 8 a.m. right, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. This one is the timing, right? Between this, they used to come, right? They used to punch their card, right? So they used to keep the card over here, and they press some key so that their card will be read by the system and their attendance or entry time, everything will be marked, right? So one person will come around say 8 a.m. One will come at 8:05 a.m. Right? Another will come at 8:06 a.m. Right? Someone will come say around 8:29 a.m. So it's not going to be right regular event, right? So this STB bar may be made low whenever a person enters its input or input device inputs the data. Now, sometimes suppose after 8:30 a.m., right? Second shift starts at say 2 o'clock. Now, if this processor keep on checking IBF of 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m., right? How much time will be wasted in checking the PC file? Right? Right. Of course, nobody is going to come between 8:30 to 2 p.m. Right? After 2 p.m. only, right? Means workers who will be working in second shift, they will be coming over here and they will start punching their cards. Right? So if processor is doing this way by checking the status of the port, then data transfer, the processor is transferring data by checking the status of the port, then most of the time of the processor will be wasted in checking the status. Right? So we go for interrupt driven. Right? Suppose one person comes at say 7 a.m. Another person is coming at say 7:15 a.m. Third one is coming at say 8:30 a.m. Right? So whenever a person comes over here and inputs his card or inputs a valid data, right, it will make STB bar low. Right? IBF will be made 1. Now, if INT is made 1 by the processor already, then this PC3 will become 1. And this pin can be used for interrupt purpose, interrupting the processor. Okay? So now I am going for a interrupt driven IO example. I am duplicating this slide. New slide. No, sorry. Duplicate slide. So I'll just change pura entire program. Okay, port addresses will be as it is. There won't be any much change in this. Now, suppose I am doing this MVI A, what was 98H, no? Out 03H. This is for port configuration.
Sir, it was B8H.
B8. Okay, B8H.
101.
1011. B8H out 03H. Next, if I make what is INTEA, right? For this, you have to go to status, register of 8255. The status register of 8255 is status register of 8255 of 8255. Images. अरे ये तो दिया ही नहीं जी, ये तो कंट्रोल रजिस्टर दिखा रहा है. हाँ, this one. INTEA. This is for output. This is for output. If I go into this, then I will. See, INTEA, this is for input. No, it is D4 bit. I will cut it first. New. Copy. Paste. Right. So it is D4 bit or PC4. Right. So now I have to make PC4 equal to 1. I have to make. So how to do this? So you have to use BSR mode. BSR mode means, again, this 8-bit control word. This is 0, 0, 0. This is PC0. This is 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. So PC1, PC2, PC3, similarly PC4. So it is fifth one. No? So 1, 0, 1. So it will be 1, 0, 1. And this we have to make it 1. And rest will be 0. Right. So this is B and this will be 0. Right. So next it will be MVI A 0BH 0BH out 03H. This will make INTEA, which is nothing but PC4. It will make this bit which is inside 8255. This will be 1. This INTEA is 1. So whenever a person enters a valid data to this and makes this STB bar low, STB bar low, 8255 is going to make what? PC5 equal to 1. Right, IBF, input buffer full, A will be 1. So now INTEA is already 1. This is also 1. So now INTR pin will become 1. Right. And if this pin is actually connected to, say, RST 5.5. RST 5.5. Right. Then whenever a valid data is inputted by the input device at port A, right, makes STB bar A low like this, 8255 makes IBFA equal to 1 or PC5 equal to 1. Since already we have configured 8255 is in interrupt driven IO mode, INTEA we have made 1 using BSR mode. This is for INTEA equal to 1. Interrupt enable is already we have done. So now processor will branch to ISR of 5.5, RST 5.5, right? So after doing this much thing, right, processor may be doing its own job, right? But before this, you have to unmask this interrupt RST 5.5 or enable this interrupt. For this, you need to remember another control word. This is M5.5. This is M6.5. M7.5. This is MSC. PORT, no? No, not PORT. This is R7.5. This is don't care. This is SOE. This is SOD. This is not needed, right? So here, in order to unmask this 5.5, you have to make it 0, make it 1, make it 1. MSC mask set enable has to be 1. R7.5, make it 1, not a problem. Make it 0. Make it 0. We do not want anything to output at SOD pin. So yes, serial output enable has to be 0. Put it 0 also. So SIM control word is 1E. MVIA 1EH SIM EI you have to do. Now this RST 5.5 interrupt is also enabled, right? After doing this much thing, now your processor will keep on working, right? It will keep on working. It will keep on executing your program like this. Now, if any person, if a input device puts a valid data over here, right? Puts a valid data over here and makes STB A bar low like this. 8255 is going to make IBF equal to 1. Since we have already made INTA equal to 1, so this INTR pin, PC3 pin will become 1. Okay, 1 means 5 volt. So this 5 volt is connected to RST 5.5. So moment this RST 5.5 comes, the processor is executing at this point. Suppose processor is right now over here, right? Address of next instruction will be pushed onto the stack, right? Will be pushed onto the stack, and then it will branch to ISR of RST 5.5. Now I am writing the ISR of RST 5.5. Of course, after here you will have what? LXI-H 2400H MVIC 0FH, and then it will continue with its program. Now ISR of this. RST 5.5. What will be the first instruction? It will be in 00H. Hello? Next, it will be move A comma M comma A. Next, INX-H. Next, DCR-C. Next, return if 0. Else EI. Else RET. Hello? So, where is that program? So, first what we are doing, we are configuring ports. Then we are setting INTA equal to 1 so that we can use the interrupt feature of 8255. Right? Then it is connected to over here. Then we are enabling the interrupt which we want to use, RST 5.5. Then, okay, LXIS 2400H, MBIC 04H. Now processor is executing. At this point, suppose a valid data comes into the port, right? STBA bar will be made low by the input device, right? Will be made low by the input device. 8255 is going to make IBFA equal to 1. So if this is 1, INTA already we have made 1. So 1 into 1, the 1 ended with 1, so PC3 will be 1. This one is connected to this RST 5.5. So processor will be interrupted. So it's not going to execute the next instruction. So this address will be pushed onto the stack. Right? Then it will branch to ISR of this. It will input the data from port A. Then it will go right from right. So accumulator will have the port A content with this. Now accumulator content will go to 2400H. Right. HL will be 2401H. DCR-C. Now suppose all 15 kids, right? All 15 kids have inputted their right savings. Then count will be 0. Now, if 0 flag is set, then you return to main program. Return to main program. Over here. Now, suppose this 0 flag is not set. If count is say 0F, 0E, 0D like this. Suppose 3 person or 3 kids have inputted their data. What will happen? The 0D, so 0 flag won't set. So what exactly it is going to do? It will enable the interrupt. Then it will return to main program. So main program is here. How it will return? By copying the address from the stack. And it will start executing the instruction from here. Now suppose at this point, again, a new valid data comes. So this address will be pushed onto the stack. Right. And then processor will branch to ISR of RST 5.5. Again, it will input the data from port A to accumulator, from accumulator to next memory location 2401H. It will increment the memory counter. It will decrement the count. Now, suppose all 15 kids or person have inputted their data. Then what will happen? Count will become 0. Then from here it will return to main program without enabling the interrupts. Without enabling the interrupts. Hello? Is this point is clear to you? in 00H, move M, A, INXH, DCRC, return if 0, EI, then RET. Right, if count has decremented to 00, then no need to input further, no need to input further, so interrupts are disabled. But if count is not 0, right, all 15, right, person or kids haven't inputted their data, in that case, right, it will not return from here. It will enable the interrupt, then it will return. Is this point is clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Why we are doing this? Why we are doing this EI at the end of this subroutine? Hello?
Sir, if count is not 0, so it has to return if there is any input from.
So why we are doing EI over here?
To enable the interrupt.
Why we want to enable the interrupt? Because whenever processor branches to any ISR, right, it generates what? INTA var signal. Right. And internally, all interrupts are disabled. All maskable interrupts are disabled. Maskable interrupt means RST 5.5, 6.5, 7.5, vectored one. All will be disabled. Right. So whenever processor branches over here, suppose we do like this. DCRC, RET. Then what it will do? This is our ISR. What is the problem in this ISR? Anyone?
Sir, we didn't enable interrupt.
Nah, so what type of output will be there? Right. It will return to main program, and even though next time a new valid data is inputted over here, INTR is generated. It comes to RST 5.5, but processor is not going to branch to ISR of RST 5.5. Is this point is clear to you?
Yes.
Right. So that's why we make it EI and then return. So from here it will return to main program, and again RST 5.5 interrupt is generated. It will branch to ISR of this, and it will execute this subroutine. If you do not do this, subroutine will be executed only once. Right, with this, without EI, if subroutine is there, it will be executed only once. Now, if you go by this, say return if 0, EI, RET, how many times ISR will be executed? Hello? how many times ISR will be executed? Hello?
Sir, 15 times.
Acha, ठीक है, 15 times. Why?
Sir, because DCRC is there, sir.
Why 15 times? Why 15 times? क्योंकि DCRC लिखे हैं.
No, sir, because we have people in
because in C we have moved 0F, no? C में 0F डालें इसीलिए 15 times हो रहा है ना?
Yes, sir. And also enable interrupt is there.
अगर यहाँ पे FF कर दें तो कितनी बार ISR execute होगा?
Sir, 255 times.
255 times. अब यहाँ पे 00 लिख दें तब? How many times? Hello? How many times ISR will be executed if count we have put 00? Anyone?
Sir, 256 times.
256 times will execute. Huh? 256 times it will be executed. Okay. So now you can see what is the advantage of interrupt driven IO. Right. Earlier, processor was busy in checking this IBFA. Throughout the day, वो दिन भर check कर रहा है. 8:30 a.m. Right. That time some person enters data, and it's suppose at 2 p.m. next person comes. Unnecessarily, processor will be keep on checking IBFA, no? The status of this port. But if it is interrupt driven, exactly at 8:30, processor will be interrupted. It will branch to ISR of this. It will input the data. Then it will come back to main program and it will keep on executing them. And at say 2 p.m., again a new person enters the data. Processor branches to ISR. Right. Inputs the data and return to main program. And it keep on doing its main program. ठीक है? प्रज्वल?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
But so many control words you need to remember. Right?
Yes.
Offline examination, no, that time it will be little difficult. But in online one, you can have everything with you. All these things will be with you. But anyway, you have to understand how these things actually works. Right? That pattern, how to relate. Right? So anyway, you are going to have the quiz that time. In third quiz also, question will be like this only. You have to tell the address, right? You have to analyze, say, this type of program. And then you have to tell what will be the output. Like I am saying no here, how many times ISR will be executed if I write like this. And if I remove this, right, how many times ISR will be executed? And if I do this, even return if 0, then what will happen? If I write only RZ only over here, then what will happen?
Sir, it will work only one time.
Huh? It will not return to main program.
Yes, sir.
Because this C count is not going to be 0, no? Because first time it is being executed. If this is 0F, this will become 0E. Now return is 0. So this condition is not true, no? So what is the next instruction over here? That will be executed. It will not return to main program. Right, you need to go through the programming examples, right, given in your textbook, like Gaonkar or any other textbook of, say, this microprocessor and microcontroller, right? Just go through the programming examples. So anyway, if you have any doubts related to this, you can ask me. Right now we have touched only port A. Similarly, we can have port B also. Right? In output handshake mode, that is totally different. Right? This status signal will be different in that case. So why this type of handshaking is needed? Because processor is very, very fast, no? And suppose one person is entering data at 8:30 a.m. If processor keep on reading that data so many times, it will read the same data, no? And after 2 p.m., a valid data comes over here. So unnecessarily processor will input so many bytes within millisecond, within microsecond it will input. So unnecessarily memory will be wasted by storing the same data. So that's why this proper handshaking has to be there. And suppose if you are configuring, anyway, all these things we discussed, sir already discussed. What's the use of 8255, why it is needed, why handshaking is required, all these things discussed earlier. Why I am erasing all this? Anyway, but it is recorded, you can see.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Sir, module 2 का quiz कब होगा, sir?
हाँ, ये decide करना है भाई. Now both sections are present over here. Question paper I have already prepared, right? Only thing I have to just fix the time and quiz can be conducted. So now both sections are here, so you can decide on which day, at what time you want your quiz. It will be better if you give it on Sunday.
Sir, Saturday will be better.
Saturday or Monday, sir.
Okay. Monday will be better, sir.
Sir, keep it on Monday evening, sir. That will be better, sir.
Acha, Monday evening you don't have DCOM lecture?
Sir.
No, sir, we don't have DCOM lecture, sir.
No,
okay,
sir.
Okay. So Monday 7 o'clock evening.
Sir, 1 second.
Yes, sir.
Sir, Monday can do 6:30, sir.
Okay. So Monday 6:30.
Sir,
6 time. Huh?
6 o'clock, sir.
Monday 6 o'clock to 6:30, no?
Yes, sir.
MONDAY 6:00 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Okay, this time it is 10 questions only. All are MCQ. Right. Okay, okay, and syllabus is clear, no? It will be programming examples, instruction set, right? It is related to programming examples or instruction set, right? Memory interfacing and interrupt, right? Module 2 of new syllabus. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.